Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. I am your host, Spencer, and it is time to talk about some more good words. Good words. We got more good words in the next episode, too. We sure do, but we're talking about this episode. So, the first entry is the third form of the word good. This one is an adverb from the 13th century. Most of this definition is usage. So, number one for good as an adverb, the synonym is well. Oh, are we going to get, is the usage going to talk about this good versus well battle that's been going on for centuries? The example is, he showed me how good I was doing. That is a quote from Herbert Gold. He showed me how good I was doing. Some people might want to say he showed me how well I was doing. Let's keep on going. Number two. I think I got to raise this up. I feel like I'm leaning down. Number two. This is used as an intensive. Again, just make it more intense when you use this word. The example is a good long time. Was it in the previous episode? There was one of those that was an intensive. I'm good and mad. I think that's what it was. Okay, so good long time, intensive, just make it more intense. Oh, it's a good, I don't know how to, I want to say it's a good podcast, but then the word good is as an adjective and not an adverb. It's I don't know how to say it right. But we need to talk about this usage stuff. What does this usage stuff say? Adverbial good has been under attack from the schoolroom since the 19th century. Under attack? Wow, okay. Insistence on well rather than good has resulted in a split in connotation. Well is standard, neutral, and colorless, while good is emotionally charged and emphatic. This makes good the adverb of choice in sports, as in, I'm seeing the ball real good is what you hear. That's a quote from Roger Angle or Angel. That's actually a double quote because he said, I'm seeing the ball real good is what you hear, but the I'm seeing the ball real good is in quotes. That's the quote that he was, so, I'm seeing the ball real good because it's emotionally charged and emphatic. That's what they use in sports. In such contexts as listen up and listen good, that's a quote from Alex Karras. In those and also the context of let's fly with his tomatoes before they can flee, he gets Clarence good. That's a quote from Charles Dickinson. In those contexts, good cannot be adequately replaced by well. Let's try it. I'm seeing the ball real well. Maybe that is one of those contexts, but in these contexts, sorry, I think I went too far back. Listen up and listen well. Also, let's fly with his tomatoes before they can flee. He gets Clarence well. Okay, you can't replace the word well in those contexts. Adverbial good is primarily a spoken form. In writing, it occurs in reported and fictional speech and in generally familiar or informal contexts. Well, the thing that I took away from that is that well is neutral. That makes sense. Good is not neutral because it comes from, it's the word good. Good just naturally is more positive than bad, more positive than neutral. I also learned that there is truly a battle, a war going on between these words. And I don't know if anyone will ever win. I think it's just like, agree to disagree. We'll swippy swap whenever we can. But you know what? Use the word that makes sense for you. Okay. Hey, that was some really good information. I got to make a sound effect now. I'll just go Next is good book. I have a good book right here. This is a noun often capitalized from 1651. The synonym is, you may know this, it is the word Bible. Some people call the Bible the good book. Is it a good book? I don't know. I guess there's some good stories and lessons in there. I think this dictionary should be called the good book instead. Next is goodbye. Would have been great if this was the last word in this episode. It's not. So, it is two words with a hyphen. You could spell bye, B-Y-E, or just B-Y. You could say goodbye, goodbye. It is a noun from circa 1580. Number 1. A concluding remark or gesture at parting. It is often used interjectionally. I just wish that I could remember when I am leaving a situation, when I am parting. I wish that I could remember this and I could say, well, now I'm going to give you my concluding remark or gesture at this parting, and that shall be goodbye. That sounds like something Perd Hapley, is that his last name? Perd would say on Parks and Rec. Oh, he is one of my all-time favorite characters. Just the way he talks, oh, it is so wonderful. That's exactly something he would say. And now my concluding remark at this parting shall be goodbye. Number 2, a taking of leave, as in a tearful goodbye. I guess a tearful goodbye, I mean, okay, yeah, I guess it's technically different than you saying your goodbye or doing your goodbye, waving. It's the whole situation is the goodbye. And they're tearful. That's a tearful goodbye. This word is an alternative of the phrase. So I guess this is where it came from. God be with you. God be with you. It seems like we lost the with you, and the be became by, and the good became God. Could there be, I mean, I guess, is the word good from God itself? Not really. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. The etymology didn't say anything about that. So, I mean, could you argue goodbye? I'm saying bye. I hope things are good for you and for me, but I don't remember the etymology of bye, so I don't know. I guess I just have to trust the dictionary that it's from God be with you. Everything we say is based in religion, and can we come up with a different thing to say now? I don't know. We just gotta flip it on its head is all. I don't want to say goodbye anymore. I want to say see ya. I mean, I do often just say, see you later. Talk to you later. Peace out. What do you like to say? What do you like to say? You send me an email. Send me a message. Contact me. You can do that. What's a good alternative of goodbye if you don't want to say something related to God? That's all I want to know. Next is good cholesterol. Noun from 1980. The synonym is HDL, which we're going to learn about later. There's also LDL. That's bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol. You don't want any of that. You want good cholesterol. Give me all the good cholesterol. But you know what? I love the bad cholesterol. Moving on to good deal. 2 words, noun, from before the 12th century. It is a considerable quantity or extent. The synonym is lot, like a lot. Ooh, that's a lot of good cholesterol you have on your plate there. We should learn, though, real quick, just to backtrack a little bit. Where, what, how do any, what foods have good cholesterol? Thank you for autofilling the word cholesterol. I didn't want to have to spell it. Let's see. Rich in monosaturated fats. Now I want specific foods. Extra virgin olive oil. That has some good cholesterol, I guess. Avocados, man, I had a phase. I was eating a lot of avocados, and I have not been doing that. I have not been having as many avocados. I like them, and they're good for you because they got good cholesterol. Fatty fish, I'm not going to eat those. Nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flaxseed. Ooh, those are good ones to eat. Beans and legumes, like lentils, chickpeas, black beans. They also got some good fiber, I think. Yeah. Yes, these are more things that we should be eating for good cholesterol. So maybe you can eat a good deal of beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, avocados at your next meal, or just in general, a little bit throughout the day. Then you'll have a good deal throughout the day. We have an example, a real example. Knows a good deal about disease. I've had all the diseases. You ask me about any disease, I'll tell you about that disease because I know a good deal about diseases. I've had them all. I'm still alive. I've got that Three Stooges disease where they're all just stuck and none of them can affect me, just like Montgomery Burns. Here's another example. A good deal faster. Who is a good deal faster, Superman or the Flash? All right, moving on to good faith. 2 words, noun from 1755. It is honesty or lawfulness of purpose. Honesty of purpose or lawfulness of purpose. Good faith. Why my brain doesn't like any of these words. It's not understanding what I'm saying. Honesty or lawfulness of purpose. Of purpose? I know a good faith gesture. So I guess if I think about that, because I know what that is, then a good faith gesture is like, hey, I'm going to do this. Like, this is a good faith gesture. Hey, I'm giving you some money as a good faith gesture because I want this thing to continue. So, hey, I'm good for this. I'm honest. I am lawful. This is my purpose. So, yeah, it's in good faith. All right. I guess that kind of makes sense. When I put it, I need a context. Moving on to good fellow. Noun from the 13th century. An affable, compassionable person. Affable and... No, that doesn't say compassionable. Is that even a word? I don't think it is. It is now. I did it. It's actually companionable. An affable, companionable person. I guess that is somebody who you might want to be a companion with. Maybe you want to be friends with that person. I would like to think that I am a good fellow in that way. You can be a companion with me. Let's see. Good fellowship. That is a noun. In general, I think the Fellowship of the Ring. They were good fellows to each other because they were affable and companionable, except for that one guy. He learned his lesson, but he was a little tricky to deal with. You know who I'm talking about. Okay, moving on to good for nothing. Feel like this is the opposite of good fellow. Good for nothing. 3 words with hyphens. Adjective from 1533. Of no use or value. It's pretty clear from the word what it is, which is very nice and helpful. Good for nothing is also a noun, and you gotta say good for nothing. You can't say good for nothing. You have to say good for nothing. Ah, you're such a good for nothing. You're not affable or companionable. You are good for nothing. So we're using the word good here in the opposite way. Well, not the opposite way. The for nothing is making the whole thing opposite. Good for nothing. What are you even doing here? Get out of here. Nothing good happens when you're here. Now we have Good Friday. 2 words, the first letters are capitalized. It is a noun from the 13th century. It is. Now, most of you, a lot of you, probably already know what this is, and I have just a little bit of a knowledge, but because I am not a religious-y person, I don't really know much. So I shall the book shall tell me, and then I shall tell you from my mouth hole what Good Friday is. It is the Friday before Easter, observed in churches as the anniversary of the crucifixion of Christ, and in some states of the U.S. as a legal holiday. Some people get off of school and work in certain states on Good Friday. Good for them. I just saw a post which was a screenshot of a tweet or something. I don't know what even apps these things are coming from anymore. But it was something like a lot of people wear crosses, but maybe Christ doesn't like a cross, considering the circumstances. And I thought that was very funny. And I'm sure that I've heard people point that out before, but I don't remember. Yeah, like maybe Jesus Christ does not have a great relationship with a cross. Why are people wearing it? I don't know. I'm sure there's some good reason. Okay, so yeah, so Good Friday. Now the thing is, I mean, who knows about these dates and when all these things supposedly happened? But Easter hops around. Is it based on the moon cycle? Is it? I mean, what even are months and days? Who knows? So on Friday, people were like, "Hey, let's get off work early and go crucify Christ. It's Friday. It's the weekend. What should we do? Hey, that's a fun thing. Let's go do a crucifixion." And then he came back. The Christ came back. 3 days later, the Christ came back. We thought he was a goner, but the Christ came back. He just couldn't stay away. Boom, 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 boom. And let's move on to good-hearted. 2 words with a hyphen. Adjective from 1552. Having a kindly, generous disposition. Good-heartedly is an adverb, and good-heartedness is a noun. Oh, your metaphorical heart is so good. We know your literal heart is just there pumping blood, but your heart, your soul, your life, your personality, you're just so good. You have a kindly, generous disposition. I feel like there should be a sketch or something where somebody is I guess you could maybe they would be considered autistic or on the autism spectrum, and all they do is they they use the dictionary definitions for the words that they want to use, and I think that would be very funny. This would be, oh hey, our next word, good humored. It would be good humored. It would be funny in a respectful way, of course. Okay, so hey, let's talk about good-humored. 2 words with a hyphen, adjective from 1662. The synonyms are good-natured and cheerful. And I think we're going to see good-natured here pretty soon. Good-natured and cheerful is good-humored. Good-humoredly, that is an adverb. Good-humoredness, that is a noun. We'll learn about good-natured soon, but I think you probably get a pretty good idea. I think it's also similar to good-hearted. You got some good humor in you. Now we have good life. 2 words. Noun from 1942. It is a life marked by a high standard of living. So, do you say, I want a good life? I want a life that has a high standard. I have high standards for my life. That's the life that I want. Maybe at the end of your life, hopefully you can say, I had a good life. I had a high standard. I don't know if high standard, I feel like it could be a little bit more vague than that. Like, okay, in general, yes, that's probably what people are saying or thinking. But, what would be a more, like, if you look back at your life when you're dying, and you say, I had a good life. I guess high standard is like if it's good, if it was good, if you look at it as good, then that would be a high standard. I mean, I don't know. I think a great life sounds a little bit better than a good life, but that's just me. I want to say I had a great life. I had a friggin' dope-ass life. That's probably what I'll say. Moving on to good looking. 2 words with a hyphen. Adjective from 1762. It is having a pleasing or attractive appearance. Good looker. That is a noun. Well, look at you. You have a pleasing appearance to me. I really am pleased by your appearance. Please let me look at you more because you are good looking. So this is an interesting combination of words. Good looking. Other people are doing the looking, and you look good? I don't know. Maybe I'm just confused about the word look because you're not looking. Looking implies that somebody's using their eyes. And so if you are good looking, that means people feel good when they look at you? Is that what it is? Okay, interesting. Did I say good looker? Yes, I think I did. That's a noun. Good looker. Moving on to what am I, cold? Next is goodly. Goodly, adjective from before the 12th century. Number 1, pleasantly attractive. I feel like I have a memory of learning this word in high school or something, of not really fully understanding what it was, and then I was like, oh, now I hear it all the time. Not all the time, just sometimes. Number 2 is significantly large. The synonym is considerable, as in a goodly number. I don't know. Something is just funny about this word to me, goodly. I don't know. It seems like an adjective, but it's not. It seems like an adverb, but it's an adjective. So you're describing something as goodly. I don't know. For whatever reason, the word is just odd to me. So yeah, but pleasantly attractive. I think that's the one that we are probably using more often. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. A goodly. Why does this word sound weird to me? Just seems like, aren't there other words that we can use instead of this? But having a whole barrage of words at our fingertips is what's so great. We can use a whole lot of different words. Why would we want to limit ourselves? Okay. Goodly. And is goodly, is it pleasantly attractive, or maybe I'm confusing it with homely? Homely, I feel like, has a definition of like, just plain. But goodly is like, yeah, you're pleasantly attractive. Maybe you're good looking. Next is goodman. Now, is it good man or goodman? Noun from the 13th century. Number 1 is archaic. It is the master of a household. Well, that's probably where the last name comes from, Goodman. But the master of a household is a good, because, I mean, you would hope that the master of a household would be a good man, but unfortunately, more often than not, I don't think they were. This is reminding me of I did the Ancestry.com thing a while ago. Somebody bought me the thing as a gift, and so I get notifications sometimes like, yeah, there's new information about your grandparent or whatever, and they like get these documents, like census documents, military documents, and then they attach them to these people, and I got one that was a census from 1950 when my grandparents were living in Chicago, and it was before my dad was born, so they were kidless. They had no kids. They were in their early 20s, and the thing that is jumping to my memory was that it was next to my grandfather's name. It said, I don't think it said master, but it said something that was like, wow, that's an old phrase. Oh, I think it was head. It was like head of the household. And so, of course, the man, if it was a couple, the man always got head of the household. When, of course, now it's like, at least for a lot of people, like, there's not a head of the household. This is a partnership. Nobody's in the lead, in control, like whatever. You may have your own dynamic, but like, it was just such an old idea and phrase. He's the head of the household, and she's just the wife. Okay, moving on to... Oh, we have number 2 for Goodman. It is also archaic, so we are not allowed to use the word Goodman ever again at all. The synonym is Mr., and it just says MR period, but that stands for Mr. I hope that when I'm old, or no, before I'm old, in my lifetime, we start to see new words instead of these old, archaic, racist and sexist terms. So whatever, if you like them, you keep on using them. But there's a lot of people who probably don't like them so much. We're already seeing Ms. and mix and stuff like that, which is good. Good. Now we have good-natured, a synonym for good-humored. 2 words with a hyphen, adjective from 1577. It is of a pleasant and cooperative disposition. A synonym is the word amiable. And cooperative disposition, I think that's pretty important. You're like, yeah, it's cool. I'm cooperative. I'll go with the flow. I'll just do whatever. Yeah, man. And I'm also gonna be pleasant while I'm doing that. While I'm going with the flow, let's be pleasant. I think in general, I am definitely good-natured. There were probably times in my life, especially when I was a child, when maybe I wasn't so good-natured. You have a good nature about you. Nature. I've got trees inside of me. And let's see. Good-naturedly is an adverb, and good-naturedness is a noun. Next is good neighbor. 2 words with a hyphen. Well, hello, good neighbor. How you doing? I sound a little bit like Dana Carvey's George H.W. Bush. I meant it to be more Mr. Rogers, but we're leaning into the Bush thing, I guess, are we? Okay, we are. I saw a post recently. It was like, oh, Mr. Rogers had it right. You come home and you immediately take off your day clothes and you put on some comfy clothes. That's the way. Take off your shoes, too. Don't even wear them in the house. Put them outside. Okay, good neighbor is marked by principles of friendship, cooperation, and non-interference in the internal affairs of another country, as in a good neighbor policy. Okay, interesting. Are there some countries out there, some governments out there who are not really being a good neighbor in this way? Maybe they are not being very friendly, maybe not so cooperative, maybe they are interfering with the internal affairs of another country or another group of people, possibly, maybe. I don't like to see that. Why? How hard is it to get along and be cool and be chill, man? Come on. What? Be a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Goodness. That is our next word. It is a noun from before the 12th century. Number 1, the quality or state of being good. Number 2, it is used interjectionally or in phrases, especially to express mild surprise or shock, as in, oh my goodness, with an exclamation mark. Also, goodness knows. Oh my goodness. Do people say the whole thing? I mean, well, people definitely say, oh my God. Oh my goodness? I'm not so sure about that one. I mean, maybe just not these days. Maybe back in the day, people were saying, oh my goodness. I'm expressing my surprise or shock. Now we have number 3. The nutritious, flavorful, or beneficial part of something is the goodness. The goodness. Ooh, give me the goodness. I don't want the badness. I want the goodness. I want the nutritious, flavorful, or beneficial part of that thing. What even would that be? Is it not the whole thing? If the thing has nutrition and flavorful parts in it, is there a food? Well, it's just of something. But you think of food. I think of food when I think of nutritious and flavorful, right? I mean, I guess there are things that are not literally food that could have something that is nutritious to the soul, tastes good, beneficial to you, and other parts of it are not. Anyway, yeah, it's an interesting way to think about that word. I don't think I've ever heard goodness used to describe a part of a food or a something. Just give me that goodness. Give me that goodness. Give me that goodness. It's just the part of it. All right, let's go on to one last entry for this episode. It is goodness of fit. 3 words. It is from 1895, and it is the conformity between an experimental result and theoretical expectation, or between data and an approximating curve. Something about how something's fitting into something else. I'm going to look this up. Goodness of fit. Here we go. Okay, so the definition again said the conformity between an experimental result and theoretical expectation. Ooh, yeah. What is the result that you're getting from the experiment that you did, combined with what you expected beforehand, or between data and an approximating curve, the actual data that you got compared with the curve on the chart that approximates what that data was, maybe before you had the data. So, I think maybe mathematicians and scienticians are using this. It is a statistical measure that evaluates how closely observed data aligns with a theoretical distribution or a predictive model. A statistical measure. High goodness of fit indicates that the expected values closely match the sample data, while a low score implies a significant discrepancy. Yeah, so when you are doing your experiments, when you are a scientician, after it is all said and done, you want to have a goodness of fit. You want your theoretical data to match up well with your actual data, and you want them to be as close as possible. And so is there I'm trying to, there must be a formula. There is a formula here, but that's too much to read and too much to look at, and I don't get it. So anyway, you want a goodness of fit when you're doing an experiment, is what I have learned. All right, it is now time. It is now time to pick a word of the episode. Today we had good book, goodbye, good cholesterol, good deal, good faith, good fellow, good for nothing, good Friday, good-hearted, good-humored, good life, good-looking, goodly, goodman, good-natured, good neighbor, goodness, and goodness of fit. Well, I feel like I probably need to pick one of these words that's, I don't know, good-natured, good-humored, good-hearted. I don't know. Which one? Let's just pick good-humored as the word of the episode. I'm so good-humored, I got a good sense of humor. I laugh at everything, I laugh at myself. I'm a good-humored person. Ha ha! All right, let's talk about a movie. And we will do it in such a good-natured way. Oh, okay, yes. I had to look this movie up because I couldn't remember. by the title. Well, I did eventually remember it. This movie is called Silent Friend, and it just came out last year, 2025 ish. Although I saw it this year, so I think it was a rolling release. I think it came out in America in 2026. Um, I don't know what to say about this movie other than I loved it, and I want to see it again. And it's definitely good in the theater, but watch it at home too if you want. It is centered around a ginkgo tree in is it like in a nature area outside of a college or university, I think, and it mostly follows three people at different time periods who are all at this university and are sort of connected to this tree, or at least it's just there, but more than that. And but I don't know, it just goes deeper than that. There's more to it than that, and it is beautiful and poetic and meditative and just beautiful to look at. And yeah, Silent Friend. Somebody mentioned it to me, and so when it came to my local theater, I was like, yes, I have to go see this. I will love it. And it's a tree, and it's a ginkgo tree, which was a recent G word that we had, and that was cool. Yeah. All right, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for checking it out, and until next time, this is Spencer dispensing information. Goodbye.